I'm sorry, what?
Can you milk me?
I hope we're rolling on this. I feel like we go way back now.
We're so excited to sit down with you today because of Fan Expo. Just walking around, you see the energy of people and how excited they're here to be here and see all the different things that are happening. Do you like it?
I love Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Fan Expo is awesome. I was just in San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con. There are few places in the world that have as positive a vibe as a Comic-Con. Like, you're not here if you don't want to be here. Everybody's super pumped up about whatever the thing is that they're here for, dressed up for it, going to see something. It's awesome.
How pumped are you for the thing you're here for? Let's talk about Code 8.
Yeah.
Code 8, baby. It's awesome. It's been a huge part of my life and my career and my friendships and my family for...
Yeah, when did it come out? That was what, 2013?
Give me a year so I don't screw this up.
2015. We're getting old, man.
I know. I was talking to my mom recently. I was like, blah, 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 36. She's like, you're 37. I was like,
She corrected you.
what? She's like, you're 37. I was like, oh, shit, okay.
Right?
Just wait till everyone starts trying to gaslight you and telling you what age. My daughter does that to me. I'm like, wow, how old am I again? She's like, you're 45. I'm like, I would believe you. I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still a phenomenon. That's what's so great about these Fan Expos is that the chance to get to see everybody from the past. You got to see people from Back to the Future.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's something so... like it just
It's
feels good.
nostalgia. I was wondering is when you come to these events, because everyone is here, right? Is there someone that you've met just at a convention that number one you geeked out over, and number two maybe made a great life connection with?
I've met people that I've just been huge fans of, and everyone's been awesome. I luckily haven't had that don't meet your idols moment, which I'm sure is coming at some point. But one of my favorite parts about doing these conventions and coming to these is for a long time it was like a bunch of the cast of Arrow, a bunch of the cast of The Flash, a bunch of cast of Legends of Tomorrow, and it was just like a great weekend with friends and family. Like we would hang out with fans during the day, and then we would have a great 12-person dinner with cast that maybe you don't always get to see on the show you're doing or from the show that works beside you. That's been my favorite thing about this. I've just been very lucky to get to hang out with friends and family.
So on Click and Tell, what we do is we go through your social media. So we try to find...
That's what everyone
Because it's
says.
great because you
Everyone
learn
says,
about the journey you've gone through over the years and how you have evolved.
I hope none of these get me in trouble. I haven't looked back.
So we went all the way down to your first post, and I think it was 2012.
I'm gonna say this is one of the first,
and it's the best.
One of the first journeys through someone's social media where I'm like, there's zero trouble here whatsoever.
Oh, that's great.
This is your very first post.
Oh, Boo. That was my dog, Boo.
Yeah.
She was the sweetest dog. My wife had a dog. I thought she should have a friend. My wife got angry because I got that dog, and then she fell in love with it, and and they were best friends. Sadly, Boo isn't with us anymore, but she was the best. My dogs we have a new dog, Bear. We had Boo, we had Daisy, we had Bear, and all of them fall in love with my mother. And
she has that energy.
She's like the
I
dog
come
whisperer,
home, the
right?
dog's like, oh, hey, cool, good to see you. My mom comes through the door, and it's like bat out of hell, flying over, jumping to her waist. I'm like, okay.
Have you ever tried to study what she does?
Yeah, she feeds them
emulate?
bacon and anything else that she wants. She just spoils them.
That's the secret.
But that's me too. The dog comes to me because I give treats.
Yeah.
And my husband doesn't like
No,
that.
your
but
dog
it's-
likes me because your dog just likes me as a person.
That is true.
Right?
He
Just
does.
on the
And he does
inside.
love you. Yeah.
We've got a selection of photos here now for you.
That's what these are? Yeah, these are. I thought this was just a really, really low budget bounce.
This is the light bounce. Yeah.
We should
It's
have
a
done that.
very large card game.
So we went through, again, your social media.
Okay.
We just randomly put the photos out.
Sure.
We love to hear the story behind it. And I got to say, the one thing I learned about you is that you love golf,
I do love golf.
you love hockey,
I do love hockey.
and
you
someone
love-
very special.
And I do love my wife.
Yeah.
Most of the time, these are at friends' weddings, the occasional Hollywood event that has a photo booth, and we always go to the photo booth. Next one?
Yeah.
This is Upload Season 1, Upload Season 3? I don't think this was Season 4. It might have been Season 4. Was it Season 4?
In the
Okay.
caption, you're talking about basically beginnings and endings here.
Yeah, you can see it in our faces and how old we got. Not all of us. They look beautiful. I look like two different human beings. I look like this guy's uncle. We were like, we should just kind of try and recreate a version of the first picture we took. And the final season comes out on Monday, August 25th. So depending on when this comes out, it may already be out already, but it's a final season. I'm super proud of it. You don't always get to have a final season, and I love it.
This project must be really special to you.
It was my 30s. I shot it from being 29 to 36, and it's coming out when I'm 37. So it's been, across 8 years. Wow. I love the people. I love the show. If I wasn't on it, I would hate watch it for sure because I didn't get it. But I just love Greg Daniels. I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah.
And it's one of my favorite things that I've ever done.
Been doing TV for a very long time. You mentioned, you don't always get to finish that story.
Yeah.
And you actually got to get around to doing an ending proper for this one. What do you think about modern TV, modern streaming, the way that we watch programming, and the way that it's made now?
I think it means even more to have an ending because, you used to watch something that was syndicated, you would pop it on TV and you would just jump into a random episode and you would just kind of watch whatever was in front of you, or you had the DVD box set or whatever. Now, it's like, okay, it's on Amazon, it will live on Amazon as long as there is a Prime Video or unless they feel like licensing it out to somebody else. And then I think it's a lot easier to tell somebody to watch something if there's a beginning, a middle, and an end. If you have 3 amazing seasons and it ends with a cliffhanger, I don't know if you're gonna be like, you should watch this show, but sorry, the ending sucks.
So is the ending really an ending?
The
or is it
really
an ending where you think it's an ending?
There's
you're like stuck in this.
There's a small little like one of these, but it's not like, what? Like, how do you do this? And that was season 3. Season 3, you're like, okay, which Nathan survived? And that would have been a devastating way to leave the show for me, for the fans, for the creatives. So we knew that it was a final season. Greg did such an incredible job. The series finale is one of the most beautiful things I've ever read, and I was just super lucky to be a part of it.
When you read the script for the first time, so curious what your thoughts were. Was there confusion or understanding of how this was going to all work? Did you do research on AI? Like, how did it?
No, I mean, I'm a gamer. I love tech. I can't keep up with it now because it moves so much faster than it used to. But at the time, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. This is fun. This is fresh. And I love Greg. And, accidentally, he wrote the character in my voice. I was just like, oh, this is super me.
Yeah.
And I went in and read for him, and he had me cold read 3 scenes, and I hate cold reads because I like to prepare, and they just came right to me like that, and that's kind of when you know that the writing works for the way you speak.
Yeah, you're brilliant in this character.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, this is in Vancouver. We were shooting upload probably season 2. No, Robbie's a baby. This might have been season 3, but probably season 2. I'll take any excuse to get to the driving range. So this is just me teaching a 1-year-old version of my son how to golf.
Is he into it?
Yeah.
He likes it. He's much more into hockey, but like he loves to go to the driving range, but he's like me. He's like, no driving range, let's go on the course. And I'm like, you're 5. You can't go on the course. They're gonna kick me out of the course. Yeah.
How excited were you about the possibility of having multi-generational golf game here?
I play with my dad, and I play together all the time. It's how we spend the most time together by a mile. He brought me up playing. I love playing with friends. I love playing with family, but like my dad and I play during the summer once or twice a week. It's easier when Robbie's in some kind of camp or when he's in school, so it's easier beginning or end of summer. But I can't wait to take him out on the course more often. We've played like 9 holes here and 9 holes there, and he'll stick around for like 4 holes, and then he just wants to like chase the birds that are around. I'm like, don't touch them, but like chase them, that's fine. He's 5. He just has to have fun, and we have a blast.
Love that.
How is 5 going?
5's awesome.
Isn't
5's
it
so
best,
fun.
right? After 3, everything just gets better.
Yeah, after 1, everything got better. That first year, I'm like, this is brutal.
3s, I call it terrible 3s. My 3s were not.
0 to 1 is a joke. You're like, okay, I'm just keeping this thing alive and trying to decide what it wants when it's
at a certain
crying.
point, you can just kind of like have it on you.
Yeah,
and just doing all
but
the
at
things.
3, they talk back at you, right? That
Yeah, but
happens to
sometimes
you?
that's funny. I feel like it was either late 2s or early 3s.
Yeah.
He was pooping, and he was like, okay, I'm done. And I was like, okay. And he's like, wipe my butt. And I was like, please. And he was like, what? And I was like, please wipe my butt, Daddo. And he was like, please. And then I go, bend over. And he goes, please. And I go, No, I'm doing you the favor. I don't have to say please. And he was like, say please. And I was like, wipe your own butt. And we have this argument about wiping his butt. And I was like, well, I'll take this one with me for a long time. Yeah.
See?
That's great.
I'm telling you, the threes. Okay, last one.
Okay.
Oh.
Me and my much older cousin, Steve.
Much older?
7 years. People are like, who's older? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? I'm like, look at his face.
He's your favorite cousin.
He is.
Yeah.
Sorry, other cousins. He's the best. I just saw him. We had our fantasy football draft in Palm Springs. He's excited about the graphic novel.
Tell us about the graphic novel. That must be exciting for you.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, this is something that's really special to me and to Jeff and to Steve and to the whole Code 8 back end on our side and everybody that works on it here. Our big thing is like we're always asked by fans like, what more are you going to do? What more is there?
Right.
And we want to make a third movie at some point. Part 2 was wildly successful. Thank you. It was huge. It was big numbers on Netflix. It also popped Part 1 huge on Netflix. So I think across the 2 movies, we have over 100 million. But they take a long time, you know, like Jeff and Chris have to write the movie, prep it, produce it, shoot it, post-production. It's a huge deal. We talked a lot about different versions of another piece of Code 8 and kind of a graphic novel. Kind of felt like the right thing. Less expensive, so we could take a swing on it. It's something we could bring people in on again, because a lot of people wanted to be involved in Part 2, but Part 2 was Netflix, and it was like, we can't take your money, we can't take, like, you can't actually support this other than with your love and spreading the word, which was amazing and was huge for us. But a lot of people want to be a part of what we're making. So this is our next chance to bring people in. The creative is awesome. The people we've brought in are huge talent in the graphic novel and comic world. Just super exciting.
I think a lot of actors and creators want to be a part of one of these big tentpole things, right? Like your Marvels and your DCs and your Star Warses and all that. Can you talk about how important it is to create something for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, look, would I want to be somewhere else in the DC universe again, Marvel universe? Absolutely. You don't have a ton of control over that. It's kind of like, if that amazing opportunity lines up, that's incredible. Yeah. I want to work with great people. Like, there's a ton of stuff I'm looking for in my career that's out of my hands. You hope for your shot and you take it when you have it, but there's nothing better than working with friends, family, and you know, hearing what Jeff and Chris are coming up with, working alongside, you know, Michael and Davin and the community that they have continued to grow, that is just excited about what's next. You know, meeting people who love the movie from all over the world. I get a ton of people at airports who are like, man, that movie with the robots. I'm like, Code 8, and they're like, yeah, fucking Code 8, dude. It's really cool. You know, I'll never forget the premiere of Part 2 and shutting down the TIFF Lightbox in Toronto and having all of our friends and family and just kind of blowing it out. It's awesome. It's very special. It's very cool.
We're gonna get a wrap. I just want to do a quick quiz with you.
Sure.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
I'm normally tackled by my son because he and my wife are up before I am. I take bedtime, she takes morning.
Yeah.
So it's normally like they wake up, he has breakfast, and then at a certain point, it's like 7:45, he's allowed to come in and just barrel in.
Forced into the waking world.
Yeah.
Like
So I'll normally just kind of roll around with him, get up, brush my teeth.
What's the last thing you searched on Google?
Let's see if this is okay to say. It's the nerdiest shit you've ever heard.
What is it?
Yeah, a Pokemon card game pocket. My son and I are obsessed, so we were looking at building it. My wife finally let him get it on his iPad, because I have it on my phone and we always play, and he just got it on his iPad, so we were building him a deck.
Who was the last person that called or texted you?
Again, I got receipts. Let's see. I just got a text from Michael Davidson, who's right there.
Michael's the coolest.
Here's the boring answer. The air conditioning guy who is installing the new AC unit because our other one exploded during the heat wave.
Of course.
That's the phone call. The text is everything today, Jeff, Michael, Adam, we're all, Davin, we're all on it.
Who's the coolest person on your phone in terms of contact?
I would say Kiefer Sutherland's the coolest person on my phone.
Cool.
Yeah, he's also like, my wife just posted a picture of this. She took my son to New York, and when I went to Palm Springs for the fantasy football draft, she's like, you're going for your boys trip, I'm taking Robbie. And my son has no idea how cool his life is. One of the nights he was there, Kiefer Sutherland brought his guitar into his room and sang him lullabies And there's a picture my wife has of him like doing this with his blankie while he's listening. And I'm like,
I gotta meet your
your son
kid.
did not ask him
Oh
what
my
his butt. He
gosh.
wasn't like,
no.
he wasn't like that.
You don't ask Jack Bauer that.
What's the wallpaper on your phone?
Oh, my wife.
Wow. I need to show that to my husband.
What's the wallpaper on Sam's phone?
Is me and Rob.
I think it's the dog.
You can't have his face, so.
Oh. And lastly, LA Kings or Maple Leafs?
Oh, sugar. I love both teams. I watched the Kings win 2 cups. I'm a Leafs fan. My son loves the Leafs. He's his favorite player is Nylander. I will say 51% Leafs because I live here now, and 49% Kings.
Fair. Very democratic.
I love them both.
Thank you so much. You're awesome.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. That was fun.
Absolutely.
A little magnetic guy here. Just
Cool.
go in your shirt. Maybe a little higher up. Maybe a little higher.
It kind of looks like you have a nipple there.
That's what I was going for. It's my futuristic nipple.
Wasn't that in Friends?
that's what
Wasn't who had a third nipple? Chandler, didn't he?
A third nipple?
He had a third nipple in Friends.
Harry Styles has 4.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, that's Harry Styles has 4 nipples. Fun fact. Don't ask me how I know that. I was involved in One Direction early on in my teens. But okay.
I was involved.
Well, if they work, I mean, no.
They all work.
Let's not.
Can you milk me, Greg? I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
I hope we're rolling on this. 'Cause this is the stuff we want.
Jade, by the way.
Hi, Jade. I feel like we go way back now.
Clearly, yeah.